everything here. It's so many people and so many skyscrapers, and it's unbelievable.
It was amazing. It was spectacular. For example, the big buildings. I think in USA everything is big.
I like everything of New York. Lot of people in the street. The buildings, they are very big, and it's so different to Spain, at least from the place where I live.
I can tell you that in the beginning I hate New York. Really, it was terrible for me because it's really it's a loneliness place. I came to New York to 3 months to improve my English because next month I will start to study psychology in the university in Israel, and it's really important to know English. And English is I think, the most important language in all the world, so you must know it.
I'm here in New York for learning English and also for doing a yoga teacher training. So I have a break here for weeks.
I came to here to study English because I want to feel closely with the native speakers, and I think if I stay in America, I can meet a lot of American or a lot of people who speak English.
Mainly my aim here is to study English in a setting where everything is English. So I think it's the best way for me to improve my English.
Well, I'm studying translation, so it's the most important thing in my studies. But it's also very useful for me, and I think for everybody, at least where I live, because there are a lot of tourists, and it's easier to have a job if you learn English than if you don't.
I think that it's very important because now if you want to get a job, the first question is, do you know English? Now everybody has to know English.
I am studying at computer engineering, and this is my last year in Istanbul University. And in computer science or computer engineering, the English is very important. Every software, the programming languages are in English, and I think you must, or you should research from the English books, the English sources.
The way that I'm going to improve my work and my perspective and everything will be connected with English, because I'm focused in making business with international companies, and that's the way that we should communicate. I think English is the international language, so that's why I need to be able to understand, to be understood.
When we apply our jobs, we need an English score, like a TOEFL or TOEIC, or some certification of I have a ability to speak English, or I can speak English. We need it because these days there's a global world, so we need English.
The most difficult point for me is to speak, because it's much easier to read or to listen, but to express yourself in a foreign language is difficult, because sometimes you have difficulties to find the right expressions or words, because I think you think in the native language and you want to speak in the foreign language.
Well, at first it was the grammar part of the English, until I tune the way that the English is structured. I think when then I realized that there was some parallelism between two languages. Anyway, it's the way that I thought I could do it faster. But then I realized that I had to focus only in the English grammar, forgetting about my native language.
I think that the grammar is not so difficult, not the vocabulary, but listening and speaking, it's a bit hard because in Spain we don't improve that, we don't practice, and I think that in most of the countries. So if we come here, we can improve a lot and have a change.
For example? Okay.
For me, most difficult is the grammar because it's so different from Hebrew grammar, from my language. And in the beginning, I thought in Hebrew and talk in English. So it was like a sentence that not correctly. But I don't know about now, but I think it's improved because I think that I speak in English and think in English now. I hope so. I think that outside of the class I learn a lot of new vocabulary that I didn't know before I came here, and I improved my listening because I heard a lot of people in different accent, and I saw a lot of TV here just in English, and it really helped.
I'm living with my friend. We are living in her uncle's house. He's American. We speak with him every day a lot, 1 or 2 hours. And also in the street, when you go to the shop or you ask to a policeman where is a place, the most important thing, I think, is that I am speaking a lot with the partners and hearing the American accent of the teachers and people in the street. So I'm very happy here.
At first, when I first came to US, it was very difficult because I had a little English. So, but then there is a point where it's like you open your ears. It's something that happening when I think it's more related with to be afraid of not understand what they are saying. So when you overcome that fear, it becomes easier to understand and to be able to communicate. I think that's why to be in a place when you have to deal with everything in English is the best way to do it faster.
Almost people who are not speaking English worried about when they speak, they think their grammar is right or vocabulary is right. They always worried about that, so they have no confidence when they speak. Actually, after I came here, I have a confidence about speaking English actually. So maybe, and I will get a TOEFL score later. So maybe it will help for getting my job, and yeah, when I travel, maybe I have a confidence.
I think the best way is to go in a country where it's the native language, because there you start thinking in that language, and that makes it easy, and you hear it all the time, you read it all the time, and for me it's the best way to learn.
And I will think that to be in city that everybody talk in English, and I have to talk in English to eat, to drink, to find a place to sleep, to connect with people. You have to talk the language, so you learn this.
I advise them to try to practice more their speaking, their accent, breathing, and if they can get grants from the government and can travel around the world, it's the best thing, because here we can learn the best English, and not as we learn in our countries, that it's not the same.
If they don't have the possibility to travel, I think the only way to do it is to take it seriously. I mean, you need to practice, I think, every day, at least 2 hours, 1 or 2 hours per day, to see yourself improving the language. I think an intensive course will be the best way to learn the language. Because if you, for instance, what I did in the past was to take maybe 2 hours per week, and it wasn't enough. I can say that I could learn just a few things, but when I started doing intensively, I realized that I saw myself improve in English.
Talk a lot with native speaker. Yeah, even though the grammar is wrong or vocabulary is wrong. Yeah, just to talk a lot and watch the drama or watch TV.